Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I have another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Delicate Condition by Danielle Valentine. Now, I sought this book out on NetGalley because I heard that there are rumors going around that this book is going to be sort of the storyline for the upcoming season 12 of American Horror Story. Season 12 or season 13? I think 12. The upcoming one. And I was like, okay, let me go see if I can find it. I was able to find it on NetGalley, requested it, got it, and here we are. Now, I don't know who started this rumor, if it's true or not, but either way, I would say it's probably gonna do some good things for these book sales, hopefully, at least, because I thought it was a great story. So let's just get on into it. Spoiler free, like I already said, don't want to ruin anything for anybody. So this book kind of plops us right down in the middle of everything. Our main character here is a woman named Anna. Now, Anna is an actress. She started out in a show called Spellbound, which is kind of giving me Charmed vibes. She was in that show, and then things kind of went quiet for her after that, but now she's recently been in a movie called The Auteur, and it was a big hit. There's, you know, award season buzz, everything. She's just become the star she always thought she was going to be. She's married to a man named Dex, and they're trying to have a baby. So when the book starts, we're watching Anna go through IVF treatments, and we're hoping along with her that it works, that it takes, and quickly we learn that it does, and she's pregnant. Now, of course, she is hoping and praying that the baby is viable and that she will stay pregnant. Unfortunately, a few weeks in, or a couple of months in, she has a miscarriage. She's rushed to the hospital. They do the ultrasound, and they're told, Anna and Dex are told that unfortunately the baby didn't make it. They're both devastated. They're just crushed. And in between the time when she found out she was pregnant and when she loses the baby, she's been having weird things happening. She's been having trolls leaving weird, rude, threatening comments on posts, emailing them to her, like just weird internet behavior. As you know, if you've been on the internet for a while, you know that's not uncommon. But also just weird things in general. Like her doctor will give her medication and say, this has to be refrigerated. That's very, very important. And she'll be like, I gotcha. And she puts it in the fridge. The next morning she wakes up, it's sitting on the counter and is now ruined. And her husband, you know, he kind of chalks it up to pregnancy brain or just being forgetful, but she knows she put it in the fridge. Or she'll look at her calendar to see what time an upcoming appointment or meeting is. She'll see the time written in her calendar, and then she'll end up missing the appointment. Or Dex will call her and be like, why aren't you here? Our appointment was an hour ago. And she knows she wrote it in right. So there's all these weird things happening. Then she loses the baby. But a few days after that, she feels something in her stomach. She feels something moving, and she knows in her heart that she's still pregnant. And from there, things things get a little wild. And I thought it was a great story. In some parts, it's a bit of a slow burn. It's not action-packed. You're traveling with a woman on her pregnancy. But I thought it was paced really well. I read it very quickly. I couldn't put it down. I needed to know what was going on, what was happening. Were we going to find out that Anna's having a hysterical pregnancy? Is something supernatural going on? Is she pregnant? Like, what's happening? And that's what kept me turning the pages. I read it in like a day. So that sounds interesting to you. I would definitely recommend marking your calendars for August 1st. I will say, if you don't like reading stories that deal with infertility or child loss, there's the miscarriage scene in this is quite graphic, very upsetting. If that's something that you don't like, I would avoid this. So in that sort of way, it's not going to be for everyone, but I think the people who like it will really, really like it. I really liked it. I thought it was great. There were a couple times where I was a little worried about what was going to happen next. One of those times involved a dog, but it didn't. So I was like, okay, we're good. There's just something about animals, dogs in particular, in books that I don't like it, as I know a lot of people don't, when something terrible happens to a dog in a story. So nothing happened. But yeah, I thought this was great. When I was reading about the author, I read that. So at first I thought this was her debut novel, but it's actually her debut adult novel. She'd written some YA books under a different name. Well, I think Danielle Valentine, I think this is like the pen name. And then she's written YA books under her real name, or vice versa, something like that. But yeah, so she's a good writer, and so if you like YA books, maybe go and check that out. I think the name she writes the YA books under is Danielle Vega, I'm sorry. So yeah, anyway, that's just gonna about do it for me for today. I just wanted to hop on and share this quick little review with you guys. Thanks again, and as always, to NetGalley for the advanced copy of the book. I always love getting to read it and hopefully be the first person to tell you about some books that you've never heard about before, and maybe one of these will be your future favorite book. Who knows? And I would just love to be the one to tell you about it. So yeah, coming up in the next while, we've got some really good reads coming up. I got a advanced copy of Rouge by Mona Awad, which if you have been around my channel for a while, you know I read Bunny, you know I read All's Well, loved them. I saw she's got a new one coming out in September, and I was like, I need to have it. So I was able to get a copy, and I'm so excited. Mona Awad has been a revelation for me this year, as well as Tiffany McDaniel. Those are two authors I've discovered in 2023 that have rocketed up the rungs to be all-time favorite authors. I've had the best reading year this year. So yeah, coming up next will probably be a vlog and then another spoiler-free book review for a book called The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. I've heard it touted as a mix between practical magic and the Gilmore Girls, which are two of my favorite things, so sounded right up my alley, and maybe it will also be right up yours. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and post this video. I hope you're having a good day. Let me know down in the comments down below how you're doing. What's the best book you've read recently? Should I read it? Let me know. And I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye!